Welcome back to Wildman Recordings. I'm Bill. Just wanted to make this video to inform everyone who's watching that I'm going to be putting out a series of funny videos about places I've been all over the United States. And also, we're also going to be putting out some original songs on here too. We're getting a list together now. Probably be ready in a few weeks. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to jump into this. Now, I have worked all over the place, and one job that I had was in West Virginia. I'm going to grab some notes real quick so I don't forget something. And anyway, I started working there probably in 2001 or so, and probably worked there until 2003. And probably the craziest job I've ever had in my life. We looked for oil under the ground. That was the job. And I just have a whole bunch of really funny stories that are involved in working there. So first one I'm going to tell is the llama story, because everybody I talk to always wants to hear the llama story. So we did these things, we planted them in the ground, and they did a signal, and then that would read if there was oil under there or not. So we were picking them up, and we put them on these giant pin things. We slid them on there, and when we were picking them up, there's a whole crew. And you just go along the road and you pick up these things, you just stack them in a pile, and they come by the truck and pick them up. And there was a lone llama up on the hillside. There's 5 fences around it. I don't know why. There's like a great big fence, and then a smaller fence, and smaller. And there was 5 fences, and this llama was at the top, and it was making this noise. So I walked along picking that up, and I kept making that noise because it was hilarious. And when I got about even with the llama, I made that noise, and it was like, and I was like, oh. And it took off in a mad dash and jumped over all of those fences all the way down to the road and was coming after me, going, I was going, whoa, 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 llama, no. So I used the things that we planted in the ground, and I spun them above my head like a lasso and said, back! And it finally went away, but woo! That was scary. That was scary. That's on the job madness. Another time, we went to, I'm going to call it the dark side, the wrong turn part of West Virginia. And when we were driving out there, I'm not going to tell this whole story because it's really crazy, but when we were driving out there, there was this house on the hillside, and it was surrounded with razor wire fence. I thought it was a prison, but no. And they had a billboard on the outside of their house, and at the top of the billboard, the letters were great big. You could read them from the road easy. As it went down, they got smaller and smaller. As it ran out of room. But it was something crazy about killing somebody, and I don't know. And I was like, oh, no. I said, we got to go. We can't just be up here all day. We're messing around. And we went way up in the mountains and had to climb the mountain. And when we got back in there, I had this odd aroma in the woods, and I thought, what is that? And we kept laying out the line through the woods, following the flags, and we came upon the Rainbow Horse Farm. Wow. There was people taking baths in the river. And I was like, I have never seen anything like this in my life. It was some sort of a cult, commune, don't know, not sure. They invited us in. We had a crew of like 10 people, and we was like, sure. So we went in there, sat down, hang out a little while, and talked about horse farms. and then went on about her job. Wild. Never even knew something like that would ever existed in America, and yet I was there. Oh, other things that happened. Oh man, I drove a 56,000-pound truck. That was an experience. There's other stories, but that's the ones I'm going to tell today. I'm also going to be doing a story about Indy 500. I've got one when I went up to watch the Buckeyes play in Madison, Wisconsin. I went to California with Jesus. Oh, that story. I don't know. I'm going to try to tell it. Try to figure out a way to tell that one. There's a lot of them, man. Living in California, in Palm Springs, I got a pretty amazing stories that happened there. That was pretty amazing. Went to Los Angeles, Visalia, was on the Antelope Highway. I was in Palmdale, California, which is not the same Palmdale that Afro Man's from. I found out, but I was there. Went to a huge convention while I was there. It was there's a lot of funny stories to be heard. A lot of high school stories, and we're going to get into some more of that as we go on. I gotta write scripts up so I don't forget stuff. Oh, I got senior prom. I've got senior trip to Myrtle Beach story. I've got Myrtle Beach when I was a kid. We had stuff happen then. Crazy stuff. So, anyway. Oh, yeah. And I got to tell my college at Rio. I might tell that story now. This is a message out there to anybody who's getting ready to go to college. Don't do what I did. But it is a funny story, and I'm going to tell it. So I went to college at Rio Grande. It's in southern Ohio. And I took small business management, which I'm pretty much a salesman. But I took small business management because I wanted to be a manager, which I am now, and it's a very hard job. At Rio, I took small business management, and when I got there, I was so happy to be out of high school that I just wanted to have fun. So I did not really go to school. I instead went to a house and played euchre every single day. And it was funny, my first quarter, I had a 3.49 grade point average. And the second quarter, I had a .349 grade point average. 5 F's and a D. Because I didn't go to school. I wasted that money. Paid roughly about $5,000 to play euchre. Now, I'm pretty good at euchre, but it's not really worth $5,000. So to all the people out there going to college right now that watch this video, stay in school, go to college, don't party. It ain't worth it. You're going to have plenty of time to party when you get old. So do what you got to do when you're young, and you can do it. So anyway, I'm going to conclude this video with saying thank you to everybody who has subscribed, and keep watching because there is going to be more videos, and we're going to try to make them better. I'm trying to get an editing thing down, and actually put some good content out later on. I'm new to this. I've grown up my whole life with computers, but being on TV or being on webcam is not something that I've ever really done before, so bear with me as I muddle through the process of learning how to do everything. And the content will get better, I promise. By the summertime, we're going to have some good content coming out. So thank you very much for watching, and please tell all your friends, if you like my channel, to subscribe, because it's going to be this kind of stuff and better. as we're going forward. So thank you very much.